Look at this house. Wow. People in glass houses. Hello everybody. Just like I promised in my earlier sunrise video this morning, I'm on a boat. We're in the Intracoastal Waterway of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And it is a beautiful sunny day. And thanks to Captain Debbie, we are able to tour the Intracoastal and look at all the mansions on the way. Check this out. Like here's a new one being built. Wow. Homes like these, I call them communism houses. There is nothing beautiful about this home. And then you look across the canal and you see this home that was made with thought and columns and love and design. And this home, look how beautiful this one is. Just gorgeous. And then there's this yacht. This yacht is literally parked in front of the house that it belongs to. You know, it's like a driveway. And if they just want to go out quick, they can take my time. I'll be taking my time. Where are you going? I'm just gonna go taking my time. Wow, look at this. Welcome everybody to today's Boat Beach Report. Here in Fort Lauderdale, get a good look at this house. If you like mansions, then you're gonna love this episode of the Beach Report. The houses on Fort Lauderdale's Intracoastal Waterway are some of the most magnificent homes you'll ever see. Many of them owned by some of the wealthiest people in the world. It's sad because a big home like that you're looking at looks pretty empty, doesn't it? Which is strange because this is our high season and you would think most people would be here. It is spring break, but this is somebody's second, third, fourth, maybe even fifth home. That's how they do it with the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Oh, look, a brand new communism house. Hey, Magoo. Yes, God bless President Trump. Glad you're here, Magoo. Always happy to see a fellow patriot. Well, I guess these homes aren't too expensive if you're in the daycare or hospice business. Hi, Terry. Hi, Annie. I just saw you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a beauteous day in this beauty hood, a beautiful day for a beauty. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my neighbor? I know, I'm reviving Fred Rogers with every show. I think it's important to remember our past. Look at this catamaran. Whoosh, that's a big one. Wow, there are some very interesting comments today. People get triggered. I don't know why. LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. You know, Annie, I actually almost worked at Reading Rainbow. I did put in an application to become a writer for them while I was at Nickelodeon. But instead I ended up moving to Switzerland and my career in television writing ended. But I loved Reading Rainbow. So over here we've got the Blue Moon Fish Company as we prepare to go under the Commercial Boulevard Bridge, which is a drawbridge. We're gonna go under it. Woo! And there is one of my most favorite restaurants in Fort Lauderdale, Calu's. What a great place. Thank you, Chris Lee. Glad you're here. Peace and love to you as well. Look at everybody. You get to park your boat and go have lunch at Calu's. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dog. Speaking of dogs, we do have an adorable little pup on board. Hey, Rico, can you say hi to everybody? He's like, sure. What a good boy. What a good boy. Oh, you're precious. This is Rico. He's a Havanese. These dogs actually, their breed comes from Cuba. Isn't he precious? They don't shed. They're like a kind of a cross between a Maltese and a Shih Tzu and a, what's the other one? A Bichon. So sweet. Hi, Daniel. Thank you. What's a Detroit fireboat? That sounds interesting. Take the boat out for lunch, Big Frog. Life's too short not to have a good time. Here on the Fort Lauderdale Intracoastal Waterway. It is just absolutely beautiful. Homes of the rich and famous. Yeah, it's a really beautiful day. And Annie's so right. You gotta enjoy life. Hey, hobo man. Hey, dapper Dan. You've all got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Do 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 do. Your clothes may be Bogromalee. They stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear and not from head to toe that matters. Paul. She is here, she is there, she is everywhere. The YouTube hero, Chili, thank you, thank you. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while, remember, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Do, 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 do. If you won the next Powerball jackpot, $200 million after taxes, what would you do from the start? I wouldn't change a thing. But here's the greatest thing about my life. I don't need $200 million to live amongst the homes of the rich and famous. I just don't. Money doesn't really mean that much to me. I live life a little unconventionally. And I've given up some of the things that people think that they need. And I decide that I don't. And that's how I live. So $200 million might as well be 20 cents. Means nothing. Which has better summers, Switzerland or Florida? Well, duh. No, it's Switzerland, actually. Switzerland has really beautiful summers. Florida's summers are super hot and sticky. Florida's great for most of the year. Whoa! What was that I hear? Girls are breaking out the champagne. No, Switzerland's absolutely gorgeous in the summer. And it's kind of cold too at night. Happy New Year. You're welcome, Lucas. Woo, here on this beach report, positive vibes are what it's all about. Hello, Eric Griffin. Hello, Valerie Brunson. So we are touring the Fort Lauderdale Intracoastal Waterway. To my right, you see the Galt Ocean Mile and all of the big hotels here in North Fort Lauderdale, I believe. Is that the Galt over there? Am I crazy? Yeah, that's the Galt, right? Yeah, that's the Galt. All those big buildings, Galt Ocean Mile. Where is Belle Isle, brother? Tell me. You never know what you will see on the beach report. And I make a point of showing you beautiful and interesting things that you wouldn't normally see. Just don't anybody tell me what to do. You're not my dog. Oh, Detroit. You know, I've only been to Detroit once. I drove through it. I don't remember a thing. I remember being told that it was extremely dangerous. Is it still that way? This was like 30 years ago. Yeah, watch out. Annie is here. She'll protect me. I love you, Annie. Here's something I really love about the Intracoastal Waterway is we will often see the American flag waving proudly in front of people's homes. And we'll see some really cool boats too. 'Cause I will always love you. Ooh. Hey Anthony, what's going on? We'll always love you. Ooh. No, I'm no Whitney Houston, that's for sure. 70s chick is here. Hi 70s chick, good to see you, my dear. The Ambassador Bridge. Yes, you know, if you're looking for danger, you will find danger. And if you're looking for fun, you will find the Beach Report. We're all about the fun here. This is fun, 70s chick. It's so much fun. All right, well, I want you guys to relax. And if you are in a cold and snowy place, I want you to forget about the cold and the snow. And just feel like you are on a boat in the Intracoastal Waterway, Fort Lauderdale, with me, Jilly Cohen, on the Beach Report. Check it out. Some of these homes are just wow. Hey, Jasmine's in the house. Hi, Jasmine. Oh, I'm glad to hear that Detroit is safe now. My ex is driving me insane. She keeps bullying me because I'm British. Whoa, Jasmine, is that really you? Did someone steal your phone? I gotta wonder. Yes, please go outside and sit in the sun, 70s chick. It will do you good. Annie says, each day I'm grateful to put feet on the floor even if I have tightness and stiffness in my joints when I wake up in the morning with my disability. I'm grateful for every day. Amen. Valerie's in Arizona where the sun never stops shining. That's right. Magoo knows. I don't fish. I don't want to hurt any fish. That's just me. But keep your eyes out, everybody, because we will see dolphins. Oh, yes, we will. My last boat trip, you saw dolphins that I did not. But they are in the Intracoastal. Same with manatees. Could even be some sharks. Hello, Scotland. Yeah, I don't want to hurt the fishies. It's just me, though. I'll eat the fishies once they're dead, but I will not hurt them. Oh. We passed my house already, and I didn't even realize. What did you just see, Debbie? Yeah, what's G&B Dockside? Oh, it's a new restaurant. Oh, G&B Dockside, new restaurant, Fort Lauderdale. So we're coming upon the Oakland Park Bridge. And to my left, you'll see a very well-known Fort Lauderdale eatery called Bo Campers, owned by former Miami Dolphins football player Kim Bo Camper, a very nice gentleman. Everyone at Bo Campers is nice. And one of the things that I love the most about this restaurant, see that flag? They honor it. And they have a lot of events regarding 9/11, Veterans Day, and of course, the Super Bowl. Anthony, get on the jet ski. I want you to, that can't be a threat. That's got to be a promise. Hey, Ron. CPR, Jill, catch, photo, release, minus a child or two. I love you guys. You are the best. Braveheart's a lobster fisherman. I love lobster. Haven't eaten it in a long time. Woo! It's a little bit choppy. Going under Oakland Park Bridge. I'm not one of those who can easily rhyme. Oh, I don't know much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Hey, gambler. Wouldn't you drink white wine with lobster? I'm just guessing here. That was Oakland Park Bridge. That's a bridge I've crossed almost every day for the past 11 years. Well, not every day, but you know what I mean. It's my bridge. I go to Detroit to have fun, boating, fishing, partying, visiting family and friends. Wow, interesting. I'm going to have to go to Detroit sometimes. That sounds interesting, Valerie. A lot of you guys tell me about Detroit. Yeah, beer goes with lobster. Yeah, I could see that. So over there, where you see all those yachts, that's called Shooters. They've got a lot of yachts in front of it. This whole place. Well, this place on the edge is not Shooters. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Like that. Right now. Right now. Yeah, throw those songs at me, 70s chick. I like to sing to you while we look at the homes. We're turning around. We're turning around. Turning around, round, round. What time do we have to be back?
Like
3:30. Are we going to stop at Shooters?
we can.
Oh. I know, I was going to say, it doesn't even look possible. Yeah, Shooters looks crazy. Oh, it did. Oh, wow. My friends from DC were scared of Detroit. Yes, we have always heard that Detroit was dangerous. Oh, Valerie, you might have to show me around Detroit.
I don't fly bottled water.
These are all my friends, Louis, and they don't want to be on camera, so you really just get me today. But that's okay, right? I'm always the hostess with the mostest, so you can see they're all beautiful. But they just don't want to be filmed. Wow, look at these yachts in front of Shooters. Check it out. Like there's somebody in the bottom of that yacht. Looks like they're getting changed in front of all of us. Good job. I do have a fun life, Charlie, and you are welcome to join me in my adventures because I take my followers along with me with all these fun things I do. So this is Shooters. If we wanted to dock a boat and eat here, we couldn't because there's too many boats docked already. They are literally 3 yachts in. This is Fort Lauderdale. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that you appreciate me. Yes, this is a girls' trip. A ladies' trip, shall I say. We're all women here. We're all grown up. So, fun fact, I used to live in the neighborhood just over the bridge here by the beach. I don't live there anymore, but when I first moved to Fort Lauderdale, that was the first place that I lived. It was literally 1 block away from the beach, and I was in heaven. Yeah, if the yacht is a rockin', don't stop. No. If the yacht is a rockin', then don't start a knockin'. If the yacht is a rockin', then don't start a knockin'. If the yacht is a rockin', don't knock, just come on in. Oh, here's Bow Campers, a yacht in front of Bow Campers. Look, they're partying on that yacht, but they're at Bow Campers. Look at this yacht in front of Bow Campers. Yowza. Who are those people? Fort Lauderdale is a spring break community, Luis. I mean, all of Florida's got retirees and families, young people. I don't know why everybody wants to box everybody in and say everything is this way or that way and everybody's like this and they're like that. It's just not how the world works, you know? Let's be individuals. Yeah, this is Shooters, Fort Lauderdale, and there's Bow Campers. And Bow Campers has a few locations, I believe. I know nothing about Fort Lauderdale. Is that a river? This is the Intracoastal Waterway. So this is brackish water. And it goes all the way from 17th Street Bridge, which goes into a great big port called Port Everglades. Well, if you watch my shows from the past week, last week actually, I was showing everybody all of the cruise ships coming into or going out of Port Everglades, which is a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys watching the cruise ships leave. It's one of the major cruise ship ports on the eastern seaboard in South Florida. Now, of course, in Miami, they have much bigger ships, but Port Everglades is a huge cruise ship port, and it's also a shipping port. Takes in lots of different things, container ships, oil tankers, you name it. Port Everglades takes it in. It is absolutely beautiful. And the homes that you're seeing are owned by the rich and famous, some of them. And some of them are owned by just regular people with a lot of money. Some people are born lucky, Peter Man, and some people make their luck. I wouldn't say I was born lucky. On the day that I was born, the doctor took me away from my mother and never let me see her again. So I wouldn't say that was lucky. What do you think? You don't need money, Russ. I don't have any money and I live like this. I'm here to teach you all to stop making assumptions about people when you don't know their story. Try to look at everybody as an individual. Ask questions, be curious. But don't presume that you know everything, because I assure you, you do not. Everybody's different. Everybody has their lives. Charlie, you're looking at it. This is what I do for a living. I'm an author. I'm a journalist. I started out as a journalist, a newspaper journalist. I also wrote for television, for Nickelodeon television, for a few years. Then I moved to Switzerland, but I've always been a writer. I have published myself 2 books, thank you, Gretchen. JillBooks.com, please check it out. And you know, it's funny that you should ask, because I finally had the foresight to do a little personal promotion. In this bag are several books. 2 I wrote and published by myself, and 1 I published for someone else, and 1 that I'm just mentioned in that was published by a friend of mine. But I have a whole chapter that's about me. I know that feeling a little bit. I was taken away from my father when I was 2 and I never got to see him again. I'm sorry that happened to you. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I mean, it's never fortunate for an infant to be taken away from their mother. But I was raised by a great family. And that story is in my book, Until You Think About Me on My Birthday. Yes, Matt, it's scary. Yes, it is. It is scary, but scary in an exciting way. Instead of using the word scary, which I don't have any fear about anything, I use the word exciting because it's the same feeling, but it's a different intention, right? Here, I'll show you guys. This is actually one of the earlier colors of my book. I changed my cover a couple times. Anyway, thank you, Austin, so much. I was given up for adoption because I was an unwanted pregnancy. Thank you, Arnell. That's my book. A mind-blowing adoption story. Adoption changes lives. Let me take you on the tumultuous journey of my alter ego, Leah. An adopted child, Leah sees life through the lens of the profound loss of a mother she never knew. Raised in a loving, devout Jewish family, Leah cherishes her life until a shocking revelation shatters her sheltered world. Navigating the often devastating path of love and self-discovery, Leah finds out that everything she once believed is not as it seems. That was me on the day I was adopted by my parents. And one of my readers thinks that my book, I believe, will help people understand how it is to be adopted and the thoughts and feelings from an adoptee's perspective. That is my book that I wrote. Yes, you're right. Not so much unwanted, but wanted by somebody else. Thank you, Shane. This is my book. And I will be reading it to you. And then here, this is my favorite picture in the whole book. Me and my little dog. Here, I'll read this to you so you know who I am. Jill Cohen is an internationally known author and editor. Her first book, Like It Was Yesterday, A Journalist's Files Since 9/11, was published in 2015. She also hosts the Beach Report on a variety of social media platforms. Jill has written for publications throughout the world, including more than 30 years as a television, newspaper, and magazine writer. She currently lives in South Florida and continues to live her best life, broadcasting live from some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Stay tuned for the upcoming sequel to this book titled 7 Years in Switzerland. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on now. 7 years in Switzerland. I'm getting blown apart here. All right, we're back to our regularly scheduled programming where I'm showing you the homes of the rich and famous here in Fort Lauderdale. If someone chooses to give their child up for adoption, it's basically because they love them enough to give them a better life. And that was what happened in my case, Valerie. I know that for real. As a streamer, just telling everybody to have a great day. Life is great. Thank you, Brandon. I'm glad you're here. And thank you for your support and your love. Thank you, Shane. We all have our own moments, don't we, Austin? I'm grateful for all of you. Look at the pink house. Little pink houses for you and me. Oh, yeah. How's that song go? I can only think about the pink houses part. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Sing it with me, guys. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, for seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Thank you, guys. Thank you, 70s Chick. I'm glad that you're here too. And Valerie, I want everybody to be full of life. I want everybody to enjoy life and believe it's a beautiful life. It worries me that people are starting to be cynical, and everything they see and everything they hear is like up for grabs. What can you believe? Well, I'm here to let you know you can believe in me. I'm not going to leave you. I will be on the Beach Report just as I have been for the past decade, and I will continue to be here as a real person, as opposed to AI, which I believe is a form of control being used against us by, you know, the corporatocracy. I'm here to show you that you can live a real life, a beautiful life. You don't have to be wealthy. I don't have any extra money. I have everything that I need. and I'm grateful for it. Makes me want to sing this other song that I've been watching this new creator. Her name is, I think, Cole Adams, and she sings, all the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy, and I am grateful. Sing that. Sing it with me. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy, and I am grateful. Going under a bridge. Watch this. Oh yeah, I am grateful. Oh yeah. No one has to hear you, Valerie. I have to be heard by lots of people, but you don't. You can sing with me. Audiobook. I know. Audiobook again. I know, you guys. Jill has to do an audiobook. I have to do it. I know. You tell me every day. Nobody wants to read a hardcover book. I get it. What's happening? Are we stopping? No, we're not stopping. Hey, Ross. Yes, get all the cells in a positive harmony. It's a real thing. It's gonna be okay, everybody, we're gonna look at the engine. Is there any seaweed in it? There's some barnacles in there. I don't see anything. It feels okay. It looks okay. What do you guys think? Let's say all the cells in the mercury are healthy. All the cells in the mercury are healthy. All the cells in this mercury are healthy, and I am grateful. Can you trim it up? I don't know what that means, but I think she's doing that, Nanyo. Thank you. Did that help? I think that helped. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. Why are the cells in my body so healthy? I am grateful. Oh yeah. Nanyo, I think you helped. Well, I think I'm going to have to put my hat on. Tell me if you guys like my hat. Captain Debbie gave it to me. I love it. At least it'll keep the hair out of my eyes. And the sun. I'm on a boat doing boat things. Because when you're boating, everybody's responsible on the boat. Everybody's got a job to do. Thank you for loving my hat. I love it too. Debbie, everybody on YouTube is grateful for you. Right, you guys? Super grateful. Yeah. Almost fell over. But in the right direction and not in the water. All right, you guys. Let's check out. See where we are. You guys want to see where I live? Wait, oh, actually, you want to see where I was dog sitting? Right there. That was where I've been living the past week. That mansion right there. Where are the dogs? Where are the people? That's the house. And look at this new house next door. They just built it in the past year. I'm not driving the boat. Hell no. That's Cat and Debbie driving the boat. Everybody say thank you to Cat and Debbie. What would we do without her? Look at this mansion. Yes, this is one of the wealthiest areas in the world. Fort Lauderdale, Intracoastal Waterway. Look at that mansion. Who do you think lives there? Anyone who owns a property right here? Yes, I would say they are wealthy. Thank you, Maverick. Well, Rico seems to be having a great time.
He's relaxed.
He looks relaxed. He's on a boat. He's enjoying himself. Yeah, I can see everything. There you go. Well, 70s chick out here. You definitely worry about water rising because we've got something called the king tides, which means personally where I stay, the parking lot floods every month during the full moon. So it's definitely a problem, water rising throughout Florida. Very porous limestone underneath every home. The home I used to live in, I know I was told was in danger of collapsing. It hasn't yet, but it was in danger. I don't know. Yeah, you know, Austin, really nobody knows exactly how these things work because our creator designed not just us, but the whole world so intricately and so perfectly, we can never completely understand it. Every single thing works together. Hello, Eric. Yeah, he got debris in his fur. Yeah, the king tide is kind of a new thing for us here in Fort Lauderdale. And whoa, I gotta sit down. And keep your eyes out for the critters. There are critters. They're somewhere. We don't know where, but they're here. They're in the water. And we will see them if we look for them. Yes, thank you, Jesus, indeed, Charlie. Who is enjoying this trip down the Intracoastal Waterway. The beach report takes you to all sorts of fun places all over Florida and beyond. And this week, well, today, we're on a boat. This morning, we had a beautiful sunrise. If you didn't catch that, please do. It was magical. Look at that mansion. Holy guacamole. Thank you, James. Hi, Jay Howlett. Hi, Molly. Look what's going on over here. It's like a whole new building or something. Look at that place. Yeah, What are they? They're knocking down mansions and putting up new ones. You are here, James. Everybody is here. This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Maggie Rose. We're on the Intracoastal Waterway. Look at this. Look at this mansion.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh yeah, there's a big party going on over here. And you never know who could be there. Those could be some of the most famous people in the world. Although, I don't know, that's a dang nice mansion. See if there's anybody you can recognize at this party. Yes, Maggie, that was me last night dancing, and I'm glad you subscribed. Please consider becoming a member of my members group, too. I'm finding more and more ways to utilize my members group. Look at this mansion now. This is very interesting. Wow. Look at these statues. That's right, live concerts, sunrises, sunset walks through the Everglades, live streams of special events. You never know where Jill would take us. Thank you, Gretchen. A very wonderful and apt testimonial. I appreciate you, Gretchen, so much. Gretchen is a member of my members group, too, if you want to ask her about it. She'll tell you. Long-time follower. James was in Orlando, Florida for 2 years, and he loved it. I don't know about Orlando. There's no ocean there. Sorry, there's no ocean. That's right, Sergi. I am rich in life. I have health, and I have wisdom. As far as the wealth is in my health. And my outlook on life, which is eternally positive and happy. The mansion looks like the entrance to a bougie hospital. I love that, Maggie. Yeah, look at these homes. They are amazing, aren't they? Look at the roses on this home. On the side of it. Just beautiful. Meow. Whoa. We're going to feel that in a minute. Look at this home. Look how big it is. Dang, it's huge. Well, B, don't make assumptions about the people inside the mansions. You don't know who they are. You don't know what their life experience has led them to. That's one thing I do wish people would learn from the Beach Report is to not make assumptions about everyone you see and meet. Give everyone a chance. That's right, Valerie, you are rich. You know, if somebody offered you $1 billion but would take away your health, would you take it? Oh, look, it's COVID Impulse. Hi, guys. I featured that boat on Facebook last week, that exact boat. That's funny. Yes, being positive is one of the best things that you can do for your health.
Yeah, I think so.
I know. I love when they have flowers growing on the side of homes. And another thing that I love about Fort Lauderdale and all of South Florida area really is that they grow orchids on the palm trees. That is an amazing thing, right?
I thought he was going to have to put this trunk of my grandpa. Oh, man.
Yeah. How did COVID change your life? Do tell me in the comments. I know, Valerie, right? My daughter did the same like you. Hi, Remix. Welcome. Ill health makes life unbearable, so money wouldn't make a difference. And therein lies the rub. Thank you, Austin. Exactly. That's the fact, Jax. That's why I believe that money isn't real. And time is also just a construct. We're going to go back here because I'm a little concerned about my phone getting overheated. Yes, Florida. We went past your house, Jody. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Yeah, it's the biggest scam ever pulled on mankind. I'm glad Robert understands. This is Florida. This is my job. This is my job. And also, now that you ask, get me started. I wrote this book in 2015, like it was yesterday. A journalist file since 9/11. See, that is me. I even won an award. 2 books written and published by your girl. So that's my job, author, editor, and book publisher. Namaste, Sarker. Yeah. I've never been seasick in my life, Steve. I'm not going to start now. Look, this boat is called Key West, but it's in Fort Lauderdale. So I would ask you, if you do like the beach report, to please consider going to my website, jillbooks.com. You can buy some books. You can buy some pillows that look like my dog. And you can learn more about me from the books, because the first 2 books are very personal. And I'm writing a 3rd right now called Like It Was Yesterday. No, that was my first one. 7 years in Switzerland. It's a lot. Hello, Bon White. I'm glad you're here. No, I'm not in Hillsborough. We're south of Hillsborough, due for a renaissance. We are coming up to, I think we're going north to Pompano. But we're still in Fort Lauderdale. Marky Mark, hi! Looking at some amazing mansions on the Intracoastal Waterway of Florida. Now, these homes that you see on the left are definitely not mansions. And they have likely been here since the 1960s. Many of them are handed down through families. That's what you would kind of call a cottage. And they're nice homes. They're modest homes, but they are absolutely not mansions. And regular people live in them. So you don't always have to be super rich to live on the Intracoastal Waterway. But it does help. Well, I actually lived in Switzerland for 10 years, but the book is titled 7 Years in Switzerland. Just because when I started writing it, there was a movie called 7 Years in Tibet or something like that. I don't know. That's where I got the 7-year idea. But I did spend some intense years in Switzerland. I sound like a Hollywood tour guide. But see, my tours are real. My tours are not rehearsed. And everything I say just comes from my heart. I'm a real person. Hi, Catwalk. Yeah, the ranch style homes are really nice. But they're older. You see, this home on the corner here most likely is brand new and was rebuilt. Well, as this yellow home definitely has been here since the 60s. They got a nice boat. And then the home next to it, brand new. Brand spanking new. And look what they did to their outdoors. They've got a nice pool there. They probably have a nice boat, but the whole house looks like boarded up. So I'm thinking that it is a 2nd or a 3rd home. Yeah, why would you not want to go here, Remix? And then you can see behind these homes is the famous Galt Ocean Mile, full of luxury apartments and great big buildings that I can hardly believe there are buildings this big on the beach, and yet there they are, even building another one, which blows my mind. I've never seen alligators here, ever, Paolo. But, you know, it's Florida, so anything is possible. This is different than Punta Gorda. It's the Atlantic Ocean, for one, and Punta Gorda is over on the west coast, I believe. I think I'm going there later this summer. Yeah, landscapers definitely have a lot of work to do here. Look at this place. It's called The Chase. What's that all about, huh? This home looks like it comes right out of the Art Deco movement, doesn't it? A lot of these homes do, actually. Hello, Steve. Stuart, Florida. We love Stuart, Florida. I haven't seen manatees or dolphins. Doesn't mean they're not here. They are definitely here, but we just haven't seen them. Could see them at any moment. Look at all the boats behind us. It's a busy day in the neighborhood. I've never seen sharks in the Intracoastal, but I have seen dolphins. Dolphins and manatees, they're pretty common. Hey, Lacey. See lots of mansions. It is Mansion City over here. Gorgeous, right? And then there's a super yacht. Should I sing the song again, Maggie Rose? But wait, I have to sing a song for you. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I'd leave you alone, but I feared I'd be alone. Oh, Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. You led me away from home just to keep you from being alone. You stole my heart, that's a pain I could do without. Sun, when it's in your hair, really shows your age. But that don't worry me none, and my eyes are everything. I know I keep you confused, but I feel like being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. All right, that's enough of that. You can't take it with you, ain't that the truth? Selena. Wow, look at this beautiful, beautiful place. Look at those birds. That means that there must be something down there, like a bunch of fish or something. So keep your eyes on the lookout for dolphins, manatees. When you see a lot of birds in the sky, you know there's something underneath. Hey, Juan. Look at all those boats behind me. That is fun. I'm so glad, Maggie. You know, a song, a name, something reminds me of a song. I'm just going to sing it. Thank you, Boo. Look at these boats. I feel like I'm being chased. Who's going to win the race? Oh, this guy. He's waving to you. So is she. That's a nice boat they got there. Everybody waves on the boats. Woo! Yes, you're right, Magoo. Never stand under a coconut tree. It's always a mistake. Well, no, it's not always a mistake. It's a mistake if a coconut falls on your head. People actually die in Florida from coconuts falling on their heads. Raindrops keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause Cowboys is in the house. Woo woo! I'm never gonna start the rain by complaining. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops keep falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Thank you, Cowboys. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Oh, I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Oh, Maggie, you're funny. Thank you. Hi, Cowboys. Thank you so much. I wish everybody would be more like Cowboys. I love how you appreciate the beach report. It means a lot. We're here amongst all of the boats. Everywhere boats. We're on a boat. I do karaoke, Selena. You better believe it. Thank you, Marky Mark, for pointing out everybody should like and subscribe. I just hit 15,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty stoked about that today. So thank you to all of you. I could not have done it without you. Greatly appreciate it. Look at this. The whole family right there, having a nice day in front of their house. Whoa, look at that. You wanted to see a shark? Well, there you go. I believe that's a great white and a stingray. So, you wanted to see it, now you do. Thank you, Cowboys. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Wave to the people in the other boats. That's what we do. It's boating etiquette. It's very important, by the way. So right now, we're coming up to, what is this? Is this the Pompano Bridge? Yeah, the boat wave is essential. Love you, Gretchen. I know, we need to see a dolphin. Where are the dolphins? Oh, gosh, it smells good going by this restaurant. This is the Atlantic Boulevard Bridge. No, I'm an 80s girl, really, Kathy, but a little bit 70s. I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. Who remembers that show? Who remembers who was in that show? I go live every single day, Maggie Rose. Every single day. I rarely take days off from the beach report because this is my whole life, what I do. With the beach report, it's everything to me, and I absolutely love it. And I love you guys. How beautiful. And we got Houston's restaurant over there. I've never been there, but I've heard it's nice. Yes, Cowboys knows it was the Osmonds. Donnie and his sister Marie. They did that show, I'm a Little Bit Country. It was a Donnie and Marie show. And they would always have this segment where they sang, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. We love you too, Marky Mark. Hi, Billy. Welcome, everybody. We are live in Fort Lauderdale on the Intracoastal Waterway with all the boats. There's a lot of boats this afternoon. It's really busy because it's spring break. Look at the way the sun is shining off of my hat. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? All right, I got to show you this cute little place. What the heck is that place? It's beautiful. Oh, that's Lola's. Look, that's the home of the pink cars. I see them all the time. And this is where you get them from, Lola's. La 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 Lola. La 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 la. How's that song go? I met her in a bar down at El Soho where we drink champagne and it tastes just like Coca-Cola. Hey-oh-L-A-O-La. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her name and in a dark warm voice she said Lola. La 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 la. La 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 Lola. Tiger Woods was arrested? You mean recently he got arrested? That's weird that you would say that. I was just thinking about him for no apparent reason. Did he get, like, tell me more about Tiger Woods getting arrested. It's very strange. Why was I thinking about that? And what did he get arrested for? Look at the mansions. Oh, lots of people get arrested for murder. Which one? Lola's not an Eric Clapton song. Eric Clapton. You look wonderful tonight. You look wonderful, 'cause I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. He shot his friends. He had no arms and no legs, but managed to shoot his friend. I think I heard something about that. And I got a little story to tell you. A story. about the quadriplegic who wanted to kick my ass. It's a true story, bro. When I lived in Pittsburgh, you know, I covered lots of stories about lots of different people. And my husband, my ex-husband that is, anyway, he worked at Radio Shack. And there was this quadriplegic man who would often go to Radio Shack, where my husband worked, in a mall, Northway Mall, for those of you Pittsburghers who are on right now. And this guy would go into Northway Mall, and he would go to every vendor in the mall, and he often went to Radio Shack. My husband was a kind-hearted man, and he would help this guy with his backpack, and his chair would malfunction sometimes. What's a Radio Shack? Yes, we can tell you're young. Radio Shack was a store, it was like the first Best Buy. No, wait, due for a renaissance. What? Really? Where are you? Tell me when. Anyway, this guy's name was Dave. So Dave was a quadriplegic. He could talk okay, but he couldn't use his hands or his arms or his legs, anything. And I did a story about him for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette because he was an advocate for the disabled. And it was really interesting. And he would travel to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania as an advocate. And he'd be in his motorized wheelchair, and he'd go up the steps of the courthouse, and he would tell people what disabled people needed who were like him but didn't have a voice like he did. Yeah, electronics and a free battery every month, exactly. Anyway, Dave. So I wrote this article about Dave, and it was great, and he loved it. Yeah, he loved it a lot. He wanted me to write a book about him, and I started to write a book about him, and I called it Hell on Wheels. Because that's what Dave was. He was hell on wheels. And he often called himself Wheels. Know what? He also would say things like, if I wasn't a quadriplegic, I'd be a porn actor. Yes, he would say things like that. Well, he got a little bit mouthy. If you've ever known a quadriplegic or somebody severely disabled like that, you might not realize that they can be very, very challenging people to deal with. And in fact, they can be very controlling. And Dave was very controlling. And when I didn't write his book exactly the way he wanted, which had a lot of sex in it, and I'm like, Dave, I don't think I can work with you anymore. I don't want to write about your book like that. So I had to kind of cut him off. He got mad. And he would call my house every day, several times a day, trying to get me to answer the phone. He was mad. And that's the story about the quadriplegic who wanted to kick my ass. He passed away years ago, but maybe one of these days I will read you the book about Dave that I've written so far. But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, I know, some people would rage, but Dave's story was special because he was literally born that way. And his story is very interesting. He was a very interesting person. And he was also one of the first severely disabled students in Pennsylvania to be mainstreamed into the regular population. And he graduated from Hampton High School along with his class. Well, no, he was a little older than the rest of the kids in his class. But if you grew up in Hampton, and right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the 80s, graduated in, I think, 1980, maybe 84, 85, you probably know Dave. He was pretty famous in his school. I'm hanging on for dear life over here. I think we might be turning around or something. Anyway, yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go. All right, let's look at some more mansions. 75 minutes of mansions, people. Yeah, Dave's not home. Hi, Maurice. Welcome to the beach report. Look at those waves crashing against the seawall. I love that. So satisfying to watch, isn't it? And then there's a mansion. It is fantastic to hear the water. There's Donna. Hi, Kathy Robertson. You live in a poo town. What's a poo town? Did you mean to say far? Oh my goodness. Holy guacamole. I'm a sit. Whoa. That was a lot. That was a lot. Don't write any filth on the beach report, please. We don't appreciate that. No, but it's uncalled for, okay? Please don't do that again. Yes, it's a pontoon party. I'm glad you're here, Maggie Rose. Good vibes from upstate New York. I may well be in New York this summer as my sister. Oh, we're coming to some more waves. Woohoo! Woohoo! My sister is going to be moving there for her job this summer. Uh-oh, that's a lot of water on my purse. Not cool. Sorry, guys. We took on a little bit of water. Yeah, pick it up. But thankfully, my books are dry.
Yeah.
So this show is brought to you by jewelbooks.com, which is my company. I'm a publisher. And I showed you these two books. But here's another book I will show you. I published this book for Joshua Daniel Hayes. No, this is not a fun, happy book. It's actually about horrible child abuse. Thank you, Kathy.
I just don't like this vibration, okay? Alright, I'm coming around the corner right now.
Thank you. I designed everything myself, Miss Olandra.
Lori, if you get the front light when we're pulling up and going. And then Jill,
Yes,
when we're pulling in, when he's ready, just pull the back.
you got it. That's this one, right? The blue.
One right by his foot.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll work on it.
See,
Engine is vibrating.
I'm on the boat. The engine seems to not be working as well as we need it to be, so we had to take it back. So actually, so that you guys know, this boat is part of a group called Freedom Boat Club. Members join the boat club, and then you can take a boat out. It's like renting the boat, but you just make an appointment. I think you pay a monthly dues, and you take a boat out. Pretty cool, right? All right, you guys, well, our boat trip is about to end. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Beach Report. Thank you so much for your gifts, Cowboys. I always appreciate seeing you and what you do for the Beach Report. All right, you guys. Ciao for now. See you on the next Beach Report. Wonderful rest of your day.